Excuse me, peddler, but I have an old lamp that might interest you.
Ah, an old lamp. And what a nice traditional design, too. Take your pick of my new lamps.
One of the lamp seller's lamps is squat and red with a corked top. One of the lamp seller's lamps is a small green metal lamp. The handles on either side of the lamp remind Alexander of a sugar bowl. One of the lamp seller's lamps is long and narrow. It's open at either end like a lantern and is made of flowered blue paper. One of the lamp seller's lamps looks quite similar to Alexander's hunter's lamp, but is shiny and new. Its spout is only decorative, unlike Alexander's lamp, and is plugged with brass. One of the lamps is made of blue-colored glass and has a tall, thin neck and a cork-like cap. One of the lamp seller's lamps has an open oriental style and is made of decorated papered fabric. One of the lamp seller's lamps is squat and red with a corked top.
Ah, a fine choice, my son. Here is your new lamp. Good day, and I thank you, sir.
Good day.
Drat! Another dud!
Alexander has obtained a new lamp made of blue-colored glass with a tall, thin neck and a cork-like cap. Alexander rubs the new lamp, but nothing happens. Alexander rubs the lamp, but nothing happens. There's no reason to do that to the new lamp.
Good day, Prince Alexander.
The mint dish is empty.
Would you be interested in making a trade for this, merchant?
I have too many lamps already, thanks.
That brand new lamp from the lamp seller is unlikely to impress the man in black. Alexander decides to offer the old man some peppermint leaves.
Can I offer you some peppermint, sir?
Mint! Yum! Oh.
Would you mind if I traded this in?
Of course, Prince Alex. Please choose something in exchange for the items on the counter.
Alexander looks closely at the items on the counter to make his selection.
I think I'd like the painter's brush.
Very good, Prince Alex. The painter's brush it is. May your painting go well. Feel free to bring back the brush at any time.
Thank you.
Hello. I will be right up. Now, what can I do for you?
The shopkeeper doesn't look like he would...
How fare you, merchant?
Sufficiently well, thank you, Alexander. My only wish is for more time to read.
Right now, Alexander is too involved with the journey he's... Alexander is carrying the Mother Ghost's translucent handkerchief. To paint something, Alexander must first choose a location where he wants to paint. The paint can then be used on that location. Feeling artistically inspired, Alexander decides to make use of the large blank castle wall. Ah, a doorway. Just what Alexander was thinking this wall needed. Alexander would love to go through the painted door, but that wall is still quite solid. With trepidation, Alexander gathers his strength for the enchantment of the painted door. Magic paint, black as ink, bring to life what I think, make it real what I draw, according to this spoken law. The spell worked. The door has magically solidified. Eager to be inside the castle at last, Alexander opens the enchanted door and steps inside. The magic paint door fades back into the wall. So much for an easy exit. 3 dungeon doors line the east wall of the hallway. There's a strange door on the west wall. There doesn't appear to be any handle or keyhole on the door. Alexander doesn't see any way of opening that door manually. 3 Alexander opens the dungeon door and slips inside. Alexander is standing in a dim, damp dungeon cell. The walls and floor are made of gray granite stones. A cot in the corner is the only furniture. A gargoyle peers down maliciously from over the dungeon door. Alexander is standing in a plain cot is the only furnishing in the stark dungeon cell. The cot looks uncomfortable, not to mention a little dusty. Alexander decides against taking a nap. Alexander couldn't and wouldn't want to reach the spider. A brown spider peers down at the man in the cell with little interest. Alexander looks out the small window. The hallway is empty. Alexander opens the dungeon door.
Mother? Mother, where are you?
A spirit weeps inconsolably on the cot. The spirit appears to be the ghost of a little boy.
What's the matter, little boy?
I'm lost. I can't find my mother. I don't know why she would just leave me here. I've been alone ever so long. Mother?
You must be the son of the spirit I met in the realm of the dead. She gave me this handkerchief and asked me to tell you that she's waiting for you there.
It's Mama's. It even smells like her. I can feel her now. I know where to go.
Wait. Before you go, is there anything you can tell me about the castle?
I like to play in secret places. In the basement behind the Man of Steel, there's a door. Nobody except me knows it's there anymore. Farewell.
Alexander opens the dungeon door. The heavy iron shackle is of no use to Alexander. He'd like to avoid chains as long as possible, actually. A suit of armor is on display in the North Hall. Alexander will need to enter the North Hallway if he wants to do anything with that armor. Alexander examines the suit of armor, but sees nothing special. Alexander examines. Remembering what the little boy ghost said, Alexander experiments with the suit of armor. He pushes down, then pulls up on the knight's right arm. A secret passage. Alexander hears the sound of voices coming from nearby. Alexander peers through the chink in the wall.
Captain, I've been hearing rumors from the guards who've been watching the princess. They say lately she's been pounding on her door and begging to be let out. Ain't none of my business, sir, but news like that is upsetting the other dogs. Ain't no guard in the castle who would willingly keep the princess anywhere she don't want to be.
Hazred claims that a foreign intruder is here to assassinate her. That's why she's got to be kept under lock and key, right up until the wedding.
Call me an old dog that can't learn new tricks, but I say the princess should be the one giving the orders.
Alhazred has been in charge for months, what with the king's death and Casima's mourning. Tonight, the wedding will seal it, and there's nothing we can do about it. Like him or not, he's our liege. Need I remind you of your oath to the crown?
Aye, we've an oath. For the sake of the princess, we'll not be forgetting it. He'd just better treat her well.
Speaking of the Wazir, what do you reckon he's keeping in that magical room of his?
It's not a magic room. It's just the door he's enchanted somehow. I say he's still got the royal treasury in there, along with whatever else he's so eager to protect. Not even the court treasurer is allowed in there anymore.
I heard him in the hall the other day. He was speaking of that door. Black magic is what I say. I heard him say, Ali, but then Bey came up and started yapping at me.
Enough! It is not our place to question the practices of our liege, no matter how strange. The wedding will be starting soon. Report to the throne room when you hear the music start.
Alexander.
Phew.
Alexander peers through the chinks in the wall, trying to locate the source of the crying sounds. Alexander's palms begin to sweat and his heart to race. It's Casima. He's found her.
Psst! Princess Casima!
What? Who's there?
It is I, Alexander. I'm here behind this wall.
My, how suave that sounds.
Alexander? It really is you! Oh, I knew you were close by, but how did you get inside the castle walls?
It's a long story and not important now. You did get my ring.
Oh, yes. It has brought me such comfort, Alexander, to know you were close by and had not forgotten. But you shouldn't be here. You're only endangering yourself.
I don't care about the danger. I would brave anything to learn.
What is it?
Alhazred, do you want to wed him, Casima?
Oh, please believe me when I say that I never agreed to marry that man. Even when my father trusted Abdul absolutely. I never liked him. But with mother and father gone, I'm afraid there's no stopping him.
If you do not wish to marry him, Casima, you shall not. I promise you. Only come with me now, and we shall escape.
How? I cannot fit through this wall. Besides, do you think I could leave my kingdom, my people, in Abdul's hands? But Abdul would tear the castle apart if I were to disappear from my room. You shall have to do what you can to delay his plans from your end.
I can't just leave you here.
Alexander, do not despair for me. I have been safe in this room for nearly 6 months now. Abdul can be in no hurry, whatever he plans. After all, I'm to be his bride, am I not? I have been planning too, you see. I believe I can escape. If I can only get a chance to lay my hands on a weapon, there might be an opportunity in the hustle of the wedding.
But
Just a moment more, then you must go. Let us not waste time with words. Please, let me just look at you, dear Alexander.
Although Alexander would gladly offer Cosima all that he owns, that item would be of little help to her now.
I have this key. It will work on any lock. Perhaps you could use it to escape.
I'm afraid my door is locked from the outside. A key wouldn't do me much good.
Here, take this dagger. It's not much, but it might come in handy.
Why, it's perfect. This is just the sort of thing I've been looking for. Thank you, Alexander. I'll keep it close and use it if I must.
Alexander stands in the secret passageway. Alexander looks with longing at the fair Cosima. She's even more beautiful than he remembered. Although Alexander would
Oh no! Someone's coming!
the lock on Cosima's door rattles abruptly.
Alexander, hurry! Step away before they see you!
Alexander hears scuffling and a woman's brief cry from the other side of the wall. Then, silence. Alexander sees nothing of interest there. Alexander looks through the chink in the wall.
Dear Shadrach, salutations from the Society of the Black Cloak, etc., etc. My long preparations are about to come to fruition. In a matter of minutes, I will wed the lovely Cosima. Once I've established my power and my crown, I can stage another accident. The princess has proven infuriatingly stubborn, as you know. She's becoming quite a dangerous little thorn in my side. In a way, it is a shame I have to kill her. She is lovely and would be amusing to keep around, but I can't risk her talking treason to one of the guards. So far, I've managed to keep her locked away, but I can't continue that forever. Well, on to it now. I'd send her to you, but as you know, I had no luck in doing so with Mordak. I close in triumph. King Abdul al-Hazred. I think it's about time to see if Shamir has taken care of the wench as I asked. It's almost time for the wedding.
The Wazir's words fill Alexander with blazing anger and fear for Cosima's life.
That blackguard! That murderous swine! He'll not have his way if I have anything to say about it.
Alexander sees lots of black cloaks. The trunk is locked. Alexander opens the ebony box and looks inside. The bottle contains only a small amount of black ink, most of it dried at the bottom. Alexander decides to leave it there. Finding Cosima is no game of chance. The brush is old and small. Alexander isn't interested in taking it. The brush is old. Alexander can read the piece of paper without taking it. Inside the ebony box is a piece of paper with the word Zebu printed on it. Inside the box is Alexander inserts the skeleton key in the trunk's lock and turns it. He hears a click. Alexander opens the trunk. Alexander isn't interested in the oily perfume. Alexander picks up the most recent letter and examines it. The letter is addressed to Abdul al-Hazred from the wizard Shadrach. It reads, "Greetings to a brother of the Black Cloak. I was sorry to hear of great Mordak's death, though he was a bit of a ninny at chess. It seems the plans for that little kingdom of yours are coming along. I must congratulate you on your handling of the king and queen. Isolating the islands so that no protest could develop was another brilliant stroke. It looks like there's not much left to stand in your way. Do as I recommended with the girl, and you shall have your crown."
That fiend!
Alexander steps confidently out into the upstairs hallway and sees two guard dogs.
Hey, who the...
Hello there.
Don't just stand there. Grab him, Bay!
I'll bet it's that saboteur fellow the Wazir warned us about. I say we run him through right here and now.
No. Woof. The Wazir will run you through if he doesn't get a chance at the prisoner. Let's put him in the dungeon for safekeeping, then we'll go tell the captain.
Aye, Wolf, you're right. Let's go. You'll stay in here until we find out what the Wazir wants to do with you.
The guard dogs leave Alexander to his fate, locking the door noisily behind them. Alexander wonders how he'll get out of this one.
Prince Alex!
Jallo, what are you doing here?
Never mind. Quick, before the guard dog patrol comes around again.
But how did you know I was...
This is no place to talk, Alexander. Just trust that I know everything that goes on in this castle. Now, be more careful. If you get caught again, I don't know if I'll be able to get you out.
Alexander decides to find out what's on the other side of that door.
You found my room. Good. Now you'll be safe here for a little while. I couldn't risk asking in the hall, but what are you doing here? I mean, the wedding is supposed to start any minute.
I am well aware of that fact, Jallo. Confound it! I've seen Cosima. She does not want to marry him, Jallo.
Really? Oh, my friend, I'm so happy for that. Thank heaven she has lost her senses and actually fallen for that black-hearted Al-Hazred. Did you say that she is well?
She is unharmed, if that's what you mean. For the moment, at least. But I have a feeling she won't be fine at all if we can't stop the wedding.
Stop the wedding?
Oh, you'd never make it to the ceremony, Alexander. The guard dogs are everywhere, and they're very loyal to the crown. Unfortunately, right now, the crown means Alhazred. If we had proof of something truly afoul, the guard dogs might listen. As it is, they're your enemies, not his.
I understand. I've had no lack of enemies since I got here. Still, I can hardly stand by and do nothing.
There's probably a good reason why so many wish to harm you. I believe the Wazir's genie has learned of your presence on the islands.
Tell me about this genie.
Alhazred brought the genie with him when he came to this kingdom. It is seldom the genie will take human life himself. Usually he is more of a trickster and a spy. But that doesn't mean he isn't dangerous. In fact, he is quite powerful. If, for example, we could get the genie's lamp, then you could master the genie. Alhazred and all our other problems would be solved.
Is that merely wishful thinking? Or do you have something in mind?
Well, I admit I have often daydreamed about owning that lamp. My fingers are nimble enough, and I could probably find a chance to steal it. Unfortunately, the theft would be detected immediately, and I happen to prefer my neck attached to my body.
If the theft were detected.
Exactly. So, I have also thought if I had a replica of the genie's lamp, an exact replica, I just might be able to... where would we get a replica of the genie's lamp? Dreaming's pleasant, but I'm afraid it won't help to stop the wedding. But for Casima's sake, I wish you luck. I'll be here if you can think of anything I can do to help.
Thanks, Jallo. Is there anything else you can do that will help me in the castle?
I'm afraid not, Prince Alex. One will get past the guard dogs easier than two. Besides, I'm not much of a fighter. But if you intend to do as you've said, you should lose no time about it. The wedding will be starting before you know it.
Alexander feels his pockets carefully. The circus notice belongs to Jallo. Alexander respects Jallo's. Alexander doesn't want to intrude on Jallo's privacy by looking through his trunk. Jallo is not in a position to do anything about the Wazir's treachery. Reading the letter would just make him more upset.
I've been thinking of what you said about swapping a replica for the genie's lamp. I got this lamp from the old lamp seller in town. Do you think it will pass?
Why, yes! It's an exact replica. That's amazing. How did you guess?
I suppose it was intuition.
I'll have to wait for the right moment, mind you. But I should be able to get close enough to swap this for the real thing, and none shall be the wiser. Now you shall see Jallo's skill.
I'm sure your hands are mightier than my sword, my clever friend.
Go ahead and do as you've planned, and let me worry about swapping the lamp. If I accomplish the trickery, I'll manage to get the lamp to you somehow. You never fear.
I have faith, Jallo. You are a true friend.
Oh, shucks. I'd do anything for the princess.
Alexander respects Jallo's privacy. The wall above Jallo's desk sports a notice of a circus. It seems very old. The circus notice. And burn a perfectly good hand? Alexander opens the secret passage. Alexander takes another look through the chink in the wall. Captain Saladin has left, and the other two guard dogs are talking too quietly for Alexander to hear them. Alexander doesn't see any use for that there. There's no reason to use that. Alexander doesn't see any. Alexander doesn't. Alexander. A door leads into the hall. There's a keyhole in the door. Alexander peers through the keyhole. Two guard dogs are patrolling the hallway outside the bedroom. Alexander steps confidently out into the...
Hey, who the...
Hello there.
Uh-oh, guard dog.
An intruder!
Alexander... There's a strange... Since the door on the west wall has no visible knob or handle, Alexander decides to try to open it with his voice. He composes his words carefully.
Listen, door. I would have you open. Ali Zebu!
It worked. Alexander is standing in the Castle of the Crown's treasure room. The soft-toned room seems very secure. Along the walls are trunks and caskets, probably full of the kingdom's treasure. In the middle of the room is a low table. Alexander sees nothing of interest there. Alexander doesn't need the gold shield and spears. Besides, the soft gold wouldn't stand up well in a real battle. Alas, the trumpet won't bring these walls tumbling down, and thus is of little use to Alexander. Alexander has no wish to steal from the treasure. Alexander has no wish. Alexander pulls the drapery aside, curious as to what might lie underneath. On the table is a strange-looking stone that's giving off an odd, high-pitched noise.
That must be the Isle of Wonders singing stone. Didn't the queens think that the beast had stolen it?
On the table is a fleece made of gold.
That fleece must belong to the winged ones, and they thought the Isle of Wonder had taken it.
On the table is a miniature oak tree. It looks very old.
That must be the sacred miniature oak that the Druids thought the winged ones stole.
On the table is a coat of arms with the head of a beast on the crest.
Beast said that his coat of arms was stolen by the Druids. This must be it.
As Alexander looks at the objects on the table, he realizes the depth of the Wazir's cunning. It must have been the Wazir or an accomplice who stole that one thing most precious to each island, and then leaked rumors that one of the other islands was responsible.
What did the Wazir have to gain by causing the islands to hate one another?
Alexander decides to leave Beast's coat of arms here in the treasure room until it can be returned to its owner. Alexander decides to leave the miniature oak here in the treasure room for safekeeping until it can be returned to the Druids. Alexander has no... There's nothing... There's no... Those trunks probably contain the kingdom's treasure, once guarded so well and used so wisely by King Caliphim, now in the hands of that blackguard Alhazred. Alexander is standing in the Alexander sees nothing of interest there. Alexander doesn't need the urn. Alexander hears the sound of music coming from the east. It sounds somewhat classical, but... oh no, it's wedding music! Alexander hears the sound of a guard's footsteps coming from the north. Wait, there are more footsteps approaching from the west. Now what? The wedding music has begun. Alexander doesn't want to get trapped in a bedroom now. The wedding music has begun. Alexander looks through the chinks and... Cosima is...
A fine rescuer I'm turning out.
Alexander. Alexander crawls back through the wardrobe to reach the secret passage. Alexander's.
Hey, don't just stand there. No.
Alexander.
Never mind.
But
since the door. Having the door does not. Since the.
listen.
It worked. Alexander. Alexander. On the. On the.
That.
On. On.
That.
As Alexander.
What did...
Alexander decides.
I understand.
There's...
Tell me.
Oh, in fact... Where?
If...
Exact, Bob. Oh!
Thank...
Alexander doesn't want to disturb any.
I've been thinking of...
Why...
I sub... I'm sure... I have...
There's a door at the top of the stair. The door. Alexander peeks through the keyhole. There are two guard dogs talking in what appears to be a large hall. Two guard dogs are talking in what appears to be a large hall. A closed door on the north wall bears a small brass plaque. The plaque reads, "Guard Room." Uh-oh. A closed door. The plaque reads, Alexander opens the secret passage. Alexander looks through the chink in the wall. The Wazir's study is now empty. Alexander... The Wazir's study is now empty. Alexander sees nothing of interest there. There's a vague outline of what appears to be a door on the wall. Alexander doesn't... Alexander sees... Alexander... A door leads... There's... Alexander P. Two guard dogs. Alexander steps into the main hallway while the guards are headed south on their patrol.
Hey, who the...
Hello there.
Don't just stand there. No, I think someone... Who would be crazy enough to do that, Hal? I don't know, but if I find out, that traitor will be sorry. Let's keep an extra sharp eye in the halls. We'll make sure no one can get near him again. Right, Hal.
The guard dogs slam the door and lock it. Alexander has a feeling there will be no help from Jollo this time. Alexander unlocks the door with his skeleton key and quickly makes his escape. There's a door at the top of the door has a... Alexander peeked. There are two guard dogs talking in what appears to be a large hall. There are two guard dogs are talking. From the East Hall, Alexander hears the sounds of a door opening and a guard's footsteps trudging heavily down a flight of stairs. Alexander hears the guard go into a room off the North Hall, shutting the door behind him. There's a door at the... There are two guard... Alexander hears the clear sound of guard dog voices coming from behind the door. He decides opening the door wouldn't be wise. Since the door on the west wall has...
Listen!
It worked. Uh-oh, guard.
An intruder! Grab him!
I was just looking for the kitchen.
I'll bet you're the foreign saboteur, the Wazir. He sure fits the
Right, good idea. The Wazir will have our heads if he finds out that prisoner escaped. How do you suppose he did it, Ralph?
Well, Hal, I figure he must have had something on him that he used to open the door. That's why I personally searched him.
You did? What'd you find?
Only this funny-looking key. He ain't got it no more, though. Now.
Ha ha!
Just as Alexander...
Confound this!
Alexander opens the letter. It is addressed to Alhazred from the wizard Shadrach. Greetings to a brother of the... It looks...
Alhazred, you shall pay.
The door to the second level does not respond. Alexander. Talking to the chink on the wall would do little good. Alexander. Captain. Alexander. What, and burn a perfectly good hand? There's nothing of interest about that part of the small table. Alexander opens the unlocked trunk. There's undoubtedly more unnerving information in those letters, but Alexander has already seen enough. The books look interesting, but the castle is not a good place to relax and read. The door does not reply. A door, there's a... Alexander P. Two guard dogs. Two guard dogs. Two guard. Alexander. Alexander step.
Hey! Don't just stand.
Alexander already has a pretty good idea what that potion does. Alexander. Two guard dogs are patrolling the... The rug is too heavy to lift. There doesn't seem to be anything on the bed except for a lot of silk. There doesn't... There's nothing under the cushion but the floor. There's nothing. Alexander. Alexander crawls back through. The Wazir's study. Alexander steps.
Hey, who the...
Hello there.
Don't just stand there. Grab him, Bay! I'll bet it's that savage... I think someone must have let our prisoner loose, Ralph.
Who would be crazy enough to do that, Hal?
I don't know, but if I find out, that traitor will be sorry. Let's keep an extra sharp eye in the halls. We'll make sure no one can get near him again.
Right, Hal.
The guard dogs slam the door and lock it. Alexander has a feeling there will be no help from Jollo this time.